Hi guys, welcome to AdamMcKola TV. I'm Adam outside Old Trafford after the first Premier League game of the season, and Manchester United have won it 2-1 thanks to goals from Paul Pogba, the World Cup winner, and Luke Shaw as well. Paul Pogba's goal coming after a minute or so from the penalty spot. I was on the stairs, running up the stairs, trying to get into the game after the queues at the entrance. Obviously I was late as usual, and I heard cheers. I was thinking, what the hell's going on there? And then I thought we scored, we hadn't scored, got up, the penalty was there and Paul Pogba stepped up, and I'm thinking, go on Captain Pogba, get that goal, and he tucked it away nicely, and Manchester United had made the perfect start to proceedings here at Old Trafford in the first Premier League game of the season. After that, I've got to say, Leicester City were very, very much in the game. They had their chances, they had their moments, they probably could have scored. Demarai Gray was giving Darmian a very, very difficult time, but United at the half-time stage were 1-0 up. At half-time, I'm thinking, Leicester City look good here. We need to get another goal, because if Leicester City score, we're dropping points. We don't want to be dropping points early on. We want to be getting 3 points in the bag and starting the season as you mean to go on. Thankfully, we got a second goal. We left it late, 80-odd minutes I think it was, or maybe 79, but close to 80 minutes. Luke Shaw's first ever goal for the club, and it was a very good goal as well. He touched it past the defender, got round him, pulled the ball past the goalkeeper just right across his body to make it 2-0 to United. Vardy did get one to make it 2-1 and to make it a little bit of a dodgy ending, but overall Manchester United got the victory, got the job done, and it was goals from Paul Pogba and Shaw. And there's a lot of positives there, there's a lot of question marks, there's a few negatives, but overall the main thing is the positives. And I'll start with the negatives because there's less of those. But the negatives today was Darmian wasn't great at right back. We need to sort that out. Who's going to play there? Is it going to be Valencia? Is it going to be Delo? Is it going to be Darmian? I don't know, but he wasn't great there today, and Demarai Gray gave me a terrible time. Apart from Darmian, then we need Bailly and Lindelof to stay fit. We all know we need to keep Bailly and Lindelof fit. So question mark there. And I thought Alexis Sanchez didn't have a very good game today either. He was very, very poor. We need to see more from Alexis Sanchez. We definitely need to see more from Alexis Sanchez, and I expect we will throughout the season. I think this is going to be a big season for Alexis, but today he wasn't great, so that's the negatives out of the way. But the positives, David De Gea was back at it again, making some world-class saves. Bailly and Lindelof were playing at the centre half, and I think if we keep Bailly and Lindelof fit, United can do bits this season, and I thought Bailly was excellent at the heart of that defence. And then further forward, you got Paul Pogba, Fred, and Andreas Pereira. I was about to say Ander Herrera, but we had Paul Pogba, Fred, and Andreas Pereira. And Andreas Pereira was absolute class today for Manchester United, getting the ball forward and giving the ball to Pogba and Fred to go further and do bits. Fellaini, even Herrera, Matic, they always offer the sideways pass, but I thought Fred and Pogba pulling forward of Pereira today was fantastic, and really look forward to seeing more of that. Mata joining in with some of the play. He had a quiet game, but he was okay. Rashford led the line well. It was good to see Lukaku coming off in the second half. It wasn't a vintage performance. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't great, but we got the job done, and there's good signs from our midfield, good signs from our centre-half partnership, and something to build on. 37 games to go with 3 points clear. What more do you want, guys? It wasn't boring though, which was good, says Jacob, and I think you'll begin to see that when we play with Pereira and Fred and Pogba. We're a little bit more open in terms of going forward, and the chances that we're going to concede, we're going to be a little bit more open. But as long as we got Bailly and Lindelof in the defence, I think we'll be okay. Where's Dean at? Dean's over here somewhere. We'll get Dean's thoughts in a second as well on the game. Dean is with us. Make sure you're subscribing to AdamMcKola TV, subscribing to Straight Up as well. Liking, commenting, sharing, get your thoughts in the comments below. I wanted to see Martial come on for Sanchez at one point, because I thought we didn't see enough from Sanchez. He was frustrating, constantly giving the ball away. Tesley in the second half, so it would have been nice to see Martial come on, but he didn't. We did get some minutes in the legs of Lukaku though, and Paul Pogba. I know in the second half he was probably tiring, and that's why we saw that midfield change with Marouane Fellaini coming on. But for him to get that goal, he would have got through that first half on adrenaline alone. He's had no pre-season, but now he's had some minutes. So I'm happy with that. Look, it wasn't vintage, it wasn't amazing, it wasn't perfect. It wasn't anything to write home about. But it was 3 points and it was a good start to the Premier League campaign for him. It's not easy playing against Leicester City at all, and I thought Leicester City did well. You had Maddison playing well at times. You had Demarai Gray, had Matteo Darmian on toast today, didn't he?
Oh, yeah. Yo, first half he was a bit wacky, I mean, but he did kind of fix up second half. Gray had to beat him on the game. I thought the other man, the left back, and he kind of had a decent game.
Chilwell.
Chilwell, yeah. My man had a decent game as well. But
what do you make of United?
It's positive, isn't it? Like, we moved the ball a lot better. I don't think anyone would watch that game, anybody rivals, and think, United are there for the taking. Obviously, there's stuff to work on, but for first game of the season, we look good, man. We moved the ball a lot better in midfield. Like, we're not as static as previous. But Pereira as well, obviously, he's got a good range of passing. Obviously, he looked quite good. It was positive. Obviously, Luke Shaw getting on the score sheet, you get me? Like,
first ever goal for Man United.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Are you surprised? Obviously, he's had a lot of time out in terms of injuries and stuff, but are you surprised at his first goal? I think his first goal ever, you know.
Chances to be, like, well, when he's played, he doesn't get into areas where he can make chances, so it's good, man.
Do you remember that time when he hit the? Remember that time when he cracked the bar at one time?
Yeah.
And then there was the other one where someone slapped it off the line. Yeah, we got a penalty last minute, and it was like it would have been goal of the season or something like that.
But man, it's good to see him get off the mark, innit? Like, it was positive. I said the last couple of minutes is a bit shaky, and like I was just thinking Sod's Law, like from where we're looking like we're just gonna coast to the win. They score, and I was thinking, obviously, they get a corner last minute. You're thinking, like, it just would have turned the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have just been, like, kind of the United way, but it's good to get the 3 points. That's all we needed, really, isn't it? Like,
going on to the 3
points, keep it moving.
Yeah, definitely. And now we can sit back and watch the rest of the games this weekend, and we're chilling a little bit. Happy with that. I'm happy with that. Who's your man of the match today, D?
It's got to be Pogba, really. I think, like, Pogba at times is. He's like men against boys. Some of the times he's just turning, man.
He makes thingy a couple times.
Yeah, everything like in terms of, he just like it didn't even look like he'd got out of third gear sort of thing, but he just had too much for them.
Yo, I was about to walk into a bare shit there.
And I thought Pogba was our best player. But I thought there's a lot of good players who had decent games. Like Rashford, I thought had a decent game.
Leading the line, and it quietly went about his business very well, running the channels, running the lines, working the defenders. He was up against Maguire and Morgan, who isn't the easiest defenders to play against.
Yeah. I thought Fred had a good debut. You know,
it's like he's getting the ball. I think I said it just on here, or it might have been in my fan cam, but in my review where. You know, before where we'd have Fellaini pulling square, Pereira pulling square, but Fred pulls diagonally and forward. Pogba goes forward, and it's like it just creates much more space for Paul Pogba to flourish in. Yeah, they can't really afford to put two midfielders on him then.
Yeah, I think even with just having him, as much as it frees up Pogba, because they have to watch Fred, and he's not a man who's just going to sit back. He'll burst forward. He's got pace. He can take on a man as well, and I think that's what kind of gave them problems. They couldn't really deal with the midfield. Pereira as well could always keep the ball moving. He's got neat touches, so he was always turning around the corner, getting out of trouble.
Is Pereira the replacement for Carrick then, really?
As it's early doors and it's Leicester and it's first game.
No, but I mean, like, because we bought Fred in, Carrick went out, we bought Fred in. But Fred ain't really like Carrick, but Pereira is a little bit in a sixth position.
I don't know, I think that obviously when Matic is fit, you can only assume that Matic comes straight back into that midfield three, but obviously the potential's there and the opportunity's there now.
And he's got Carrick and Matic to work with.
Exactly. Like you can see, like there was a time when I think he switched the ball to Sanchez. Sanchez switched it to Mata, and obviously you could just see. Then it's like we've not really had that before, where we've got someone who's lying deep, who's got a decent range of passing. He's positive in terms of the way they play.
And tidy, so tidy. He can get out of spaces very quickly. He's not afraid to put a challenge in. I think Andreas Pereira's really coming of age, and I think obviously Jose Mourinho, he's played in that sixth position before Jose Mourinho, but I think Jose Mourinho has seen something in Pereira playing that sixth position, because he's done it 3 summers in a row now, where he's he's played him there. So it's like a lot of people would look at Pereira and think, oh, he's a fancy wide man, he can he can whip things in and all that, but to see that in him and be able to see it, I think that deserves some credit as well. I know I criticise Jose a lot, but I'm here to
give him a chance, innit? He's giving him a chance now, so You know what I'm saying? You've played well this game, so you
Kind of had to give him, but yeah, he's given him the chance. You get me? He could have easily played McTominay today.
That's
Or
what I'm saying,
Fellaini. Because he started Pogba.
I think it's a big statement. Obviously, Fellaini's coming from the World Cup, but starting Pereira, I think let's say it's a good sign. Like, he's a positive player, isn't it? Like, that's what we need, really. Like, again, I think it's a different dynamic if you have Fellaini in there, to be honest. So, Andres Pereira is a lot more attack-minded. And we've got that in the midfield now, Fred, Pogba, like I said, Pogba's at times just ghosting past man's a joke, man. Obviously, again, it's only
And he's not even fully fit.
That's what I'm saying.
He must have been breathing heavy in that second half because obviously he come off of Fellaini. Fellaini got minutes under his belt. Lukaku got minutes under his belt. Bailly and Lindelof 90 minutes.
Lukaku should have scored, my life.
How many times have we seen Kasper Schmeichel's dad do them saves though? Yeah. Yo, the big way made him that big, like yo.
Yeah, you got to score. A top striker, you have to score that. Like, I'm not saying obviously Lukaku and a top goal scorer, but it's like you get one chance. You come on one chance, you need to bury that. Obviously, at the time, obviously you put the game to bed, but.
What did you make of Sanchez's performance?
I thought he was good and his movement was good. Obviously, he was winning the ball back quite a few times as well, but his final ball wasn't the greatest. But at the same time, I think like a lot of the players, obviously, there's a couple of times when he tried to play through Rashford, and it's just like, obviously they're not on the same wavelength yet. Like they've not trained for that long, but I think that will come with time. I think there was a lot of positive signs there. So I think he comes good this season.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm just happy
the
to get 3
save
points.
as well at the start. From the number 10. Yeah, from the strong hand, like yeah.
Because it did go straight back out, but we cleared it in it. But like to save that and like
from behind, I ain't seen a replay, but your man cannon that. Look, he looked like he put everything into that, and your man just palms that.
3 points, man. I'm happy. Look, you can't complain. 3 points in the bag. United keep it stepping now. We got Brighton up next. I'm not going to be at that game, unfortunately. Unfortunately, my cousin's getting married, but that sounds fucked up. Unfortunately, I have to be at a wedding when the game is on. So, I'm going to miss that game. But football's back. We're back at Old Trafford. 3 points in the bag. 37 games to go. And, yeah.
Yo, it was an entertaining game, innit? It was end to end. You get me? Like, I thought it was a good game. It was a good spectacle.
I enjoyed it. And it's more enjoyable when you get the 3 points. Anyway, guys, that has been myself and Dean. The link for Straight Up's in the description below, so go and subscribe to Straight Up. I know Dean has been getting a lot of love on these streams in the last couple of weeks, so if you want to see more from Dean, we've got a channel together. You get me? We've got a channel together, so go subscribe to that. And for now, guys, I have been AdamMcKola. Manchester United are back, 3 points clear with 37 games to go. We're out here.